What is the worst case scenario for tax lien certificates if they don't redeem, or if maybe something goes wrong with the property? So that's what I want to dive into today, so that I can educate you as a beginner tax lien investor, so that you can maximize your profits and really transform your financial life through tax lien investing, as it is one of the most overlooked real estate investing opportunities. And right now this business is booming. So let's dive in. Now, as you're getting started, tax liens and deeds can be confusing, because remember, there's 3,300 counties. Each county has its own set of rules. Each state operates a little bit differently. You have lien states, deed states, and hybrid states. And then you have a place like Florida that's tax liens and tax deeds. And then you have places like Texas, where it is a deed state with some tax lien interest. For the sake of this video, we're gonna stick to straight up tax lien states. Places like Arizona are great tax lien examples. Good tax liens in Arizona. So if you really want to learn this stuff, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the thumbs up on this video. It helps the channel out greatly. Ask a question in the comments. It gives me ideas for future videos. And then yeah, click the subscribe button so that you don't miss out. Last thing I'd want is for you to go to a sale, make a mistake, and lose money because the subscribe button wasn't clicked. So when you're tax lien investing, when you're starting out, obviously you're going for the interest rate. Now, what I love about tax liens is the fact that they are safe, secure, and predictable. So why is that? Tax liens redeem 95% of the time. And what that means is 95% of the time you're going to get your interest rate back. And remember, your money is secured against real estate, a real asset in place. Okay, that's why I like this business way over crypto and a lot of things that you can't control. What is it? 90% of people lose money in the stock market, 5% of people break even, and that's not numbers that I want to play with. And when it comes to starting a new business, you know, like 90% of businesses fail within the first couple of years. So why not just go with something safe, secure, and predictable? Okay, now it might not be that glamorous, but what I can tell you is the money to be made in this business can be great. Where else can you get that type of interest and have it be secured by real estate? From there, you don't deal directly with the homeowner. You deal with the county, and the county does all of this work for you. They send the notices, they take care of all of it, and it's almost like they're a built-in staff on your behalf. So the overhead and the operational costs of this business is very, very low. Now, before we continue real quick, if you want, I have a full free mini course in the description below on this thing, completely free. Just go ahead, click the link when you're done or now, and it walks you through tax lien investing step by step. This thing used to sell for $100. This mini course shows you exactly what to do and what to ask if you really want to transform your financial life with tax liens. It is the best system for free, hands down. People review it every day and they love it. So with a tax lien certificate, remember, you are not dealing with the homeowner, and the homeowner is not dealing with you. The homeowner is dealing with the county, and then the county gives you a check. So worst case scenario is often the best case scenario. And what I mean by that is, with a tax lien, if the homeowner does not pay you back your taxes 5% of the time, you go ahead and you foreclose and you get the property. And that's where you've seen probably back in the day, like those infomercials, right? It's like, I got this $100,000 house for only $322, right? Now, definitely that's a little bit, well, quite a bit misleading. And here's why. First off, that's a very low tax amount on, say, a $100,000 house. You know, it's normally 1 or 2% of the value of the property. And from there, they're not factoring in the expenses. And they don't tell you in those infomercials back in the day, they'd just be like, I got this $100,000 house for $300. But what they didn't tell you is the fact that if you're going to get a $100,000 house for the price of the lien, you will have to buy, you know, anywhere between 15 to 20 tax liens to be able to go and do that, right? So they don't tell you that. So it was definitely misleading back in the day. And think of it as like a 1 in 20 shot, where the worst case scenario is the best case scenario for you to be able to get the property. And it's pretty cool because you get that interest rate of 18 to 36%, depending on where you go, sometimes less, but you're gonna hit that home run. Now, worst case scenario, let's say you buy your tax lien, right? You buy 20, and then 2 years go by, and from there, one of them you get to foreclose on, and maybe it's a $100,000 house. You're excited, but the property burns down during this process, or it gets flooded, or there's a tornado. And in these situations, the value of the land is always worth multiple times more than what the tax lien is worth. Now, honestly, I've never had that happen, but there's always the pessimists out there. They're like, oh, what about this? That's true. There has been cases where, meteors have went through people's houses and I think killed people in the house. So there's a risk of that too. There's, people who die every year from coconuts falling on their head as well. So the chances of that are very, very low. So this is why I love tax liens, is they're safe, secure, and predictable. One of the safest investments around. They've been around for over 200 years. They're not going anywhere. And right now, if you're not acting in this business, you are missing out on one of the biggest opportunities of your lifetime. And I don't just mean that as like hype. It definitely is. This business allowed me, I was working on the oil field, hating my job. And at the time I was in Canada, and I'd have to drive down to the US just to be able to go to a tax auction. So the barrier that I had to go through was huge. So if you're in the US, that's great. But now you can actually do this stuff remotely from anywhere in the world. So it doesn't matter where you live, you can do it, which is awesome. That's why I love this investment. And you have businesses out there, different models, crypto, different, Amazon shipping and all this sort of stuff. And it's hard, and most people fail. What I love about real estate is it's black and white. You can look at a property and within a few minutes have an idea of what it is. And it's a real asset. They're not making any more of it. It's one of the best ways to hedge against inflation. It's one of the best ways to secure your future, your kids' future, and buy these assets. Now, it does take a little bit of elbow work, and you're probably asking the question like, oh, if it's so good to be true, why isn't everybody doing it? Well, most people don't understand how to do it. And what they don't understand and what they haven't acted on, they're not going to be able to profit. The only way you're going to learn is if you take action. That's why I have the book to help you. I used to sell it. Now I just give it away to help everybody out. That's why I make these videos as well. Now, we do help people if you want a custom one-on-one investment strategy. You can go ahead, you can book a call below this video in the description, and we'll help you get started. We'll save you 3 to 5 years of trial and error, and we'll show you what to do and how to do it to get you started quickly. So that link is below in the description to the mini course. On top of that, make sure to subscribe if you like this content. Ask some questions in the comments. It gives me material for future videos, and I'm here to help. I want to make sure you make this work. I want to make sure you don't make mistakes. And until next time, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.